Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Sunday Spoon. If you're new here, hi, my name is Samira and this is the channel where we cook good food and talk about life. Today we're making something that almost nobody on earth dislikes, pizza. But not just one pizza, we're making two pizzas. One is classic, safe and reliable pizza, and the second one, well, is a little bit experimental. We're talking about mayo and salad. Before anyone from Italy will find my address, relax. Half of the second pizza will still have tomato sauce. I'm not that out of control. But the best thing about homemade pizza is that you can put literally anything you want on it. You could put pineapple, shrimps, mushrooms, or even something more questionable like pickles or barbecue sauce. I'm not judging anyone, I'm just observing, and I actually like pickles. I don't know about the barbecue sauce on pizza, but I think it's good with a barbecue, but not with a pizza. So today I'll show you how to make very simple pizza dough that is crispy and soft at the same time, and we'll talk a little about where pizza actually came from, and by the end of this video we'll hopefully have something that tastes amazing. Let's start with the dough. First thing we need is warm water, not cold, not hot. We're using 475 milliliters of warm water, and all the US measurements are in the description. Into the water, I'm adding 1 teaspoon of sugar, like this. This part isn't about making this water sugary, sweet, because we don't want the sweet dough. The sugar is basically the food for the yeast, and talking about the yeast, we add 4 grams of dry yeast, just like this, and let's give that a quick mix. And now we leave it alone for about 5 to 10 minutes, just like on the table. During that time, the yeast wakes up, starts eating the sugar, and produces the gas, which will make our dough fluffy later. While the yeast is doing its tiny science experiment, we are going to prepare the flour. I have 680 grams of all-purpose flour here, and in a large bowl, we are going to sift it. Now, technically, you can skip this step, but sifting makes the flour lighter and removes any lumps, which helps the dough become smoother and easier to work with. Plus, it makes you look like you know what you're doing, which is always a bonus. So we sift the flour into a large bowl, and then we make a little well in the center, again like I did with the pasta. So if you never saw that video, it was very good. Not as good as this video, but it's fine. So you can check it out later, here or here, I don't know where. And this is where our little yeast mixture is going, and by now it should look slightly foamy. If your yeast mixture looks alive, congratulations, you did everything correctly. If it looks exactly the same as before, I'm sorry, but your yeast might be dead. Be ready for the funeral. But it's fixable, so let's pour this mixture inside the well. Now comes the fun part, we start mixing. You can use a spoon or something like a spatula at first, but eventually you have to start mixing with your hands. So I will start mixing. Okay, I started mixing with the hands and the dough is very soft already. Pizza dough is supposed to be soft and a little bit sticky, and different flours absorb the water, I guess, differently. So if it's too sticky, you can add some flour in the future. Just mix it well and be absolutely sure that your dough not just needs a little mix, but a little flour, and then you can add it. And if it feels dry, you can add a splash of water. Once everything is pretty much combined, we can start kneading like this. Push the dough, if you can, forward with the heel of your hand just like this. Don't be scared if it's too sticky. Fold it, rotate, fold it, rotate it, repeat it. Kneading develops gluten, which is the thing that gives the bread its chewness and structure. And yes, the gluten is the thing that people on the internet always demonize, I don't know how to pronounce this, and always argue about all the time. But in pizza, gluten is your friend. Now we let it rest for 30 minutes. Just leave the dough in the bowl that you were mixing it in. Now cover it with something like blanket or a plastic wrap or a plastic bag if you want some microplastics in your food. While the dough rests, quick fun fact. Pizza, as we know, started in Naples, Italy in the 1700s, and it was originally a street food for working class people. Flat bread, tomatoes, maybe some cheese. It's simple, cheap and filling. And then in 1888, something interesting happened. A pizza maker named Raffaello Esposito created a pizza for Queen Margherita of Italy. He used tomatoes, mozzarella and basil, red, white and green, which is the colors of the Italian flag. And that pizza became what we now call Margherita pizza. So technically, pizza was once a royal food, which makes cooking pizza in the sweatpants feel somehow very sophisticated.
One pair of pants later.
After the dough has rested, we take it out. First, lightly oil your hands so the dough won't stick. Just a little bit of oil, not too much. And now take out the dough. Look at how soft it is. And place it on a clean table. Don't worry about the flour. We don't need it. Now we add 15 grams of salt. Yeah, salt. Mix it really well. And we also add 50 milliliters of any vegetable oil. I have olive oil. We have to knead it again until fully incorporated. Look at this amazing dough. It should be very shiny and so soft, but not sticky at all because, well, it's all covered in oil. Of course, it's not going to be sticky. I never made this dough before and it's very, very good. Perfect dough for pizza. And once everything is mixed, we are going to divide this dough into 2 equal parts because today we are making 2 pizzas. And before placing them down, sprinkle a little semolina, what we call manka in Russian, on the surface or at the plate. It's better to do on the plate. Semolina is probably that secret ingredient that you never heard of anyone putting on the pizza dough, but it helps you create that crispy texture on the bottom of the edges of your pizza. And now place the 2 balls on semolina, like this, and sprinkle some semolina on top again. Do you hear that sound? It's very relaxing and the semolina feels like the sand. Cover these babies with a blanket again, and this will be the last time they will sleep, because after that they will be burned in the oven. So they rest again for about 30 minutes in a warm place. This is the perfect time to prepare the toppings. For the 2 pizzas I'm using chicken breast that I will prepare with you. Of course, some veggies. I will use something controversial. It's actually lettuce. Also some tomatoes, some olives, of course the tomato sauce, and also I will use the mayo, but the bottle of it is not very aesthetic. So some spices like salt, paprika and thyme, if I pronounce it correctly, thyme leaves, and of course cheese because, well, it's pizza. Let's prepare the chicken. I'm going to cut it very small so it will cook quickly in the oven because we won't have enough time for the big slices of chicken to cook. So little lines that I will cut like this into mini cubes. You can add whatever you want on your pizza. I'm keeping it classic on the first one, and the second one, as I said, will be very experimental. I never had any lettuce on my pizza, but I like the lettuce itself. This is how my chicken looks like, very small. And I will repeat this to all the other slices. Okay, I'm done with the chicken, and now we can season it with all the spices that you like. And salt, not too much, because we already have 15 grams of salt in the dough. Just mix it. That's it. I'm done with the meat, and now we can go to our veggies. I will cut the tomatoes first, as the thin slices will look like circles. Now I will cut my favorite olives. My sister doesn't love them. And now the lettuce. Ta-da! Now we preheat our oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. I know it's very hot, but pizza likes heat. Take out our dough and take one dough ball. Instead of using rolling pin, we'll use our hands. Press gently in the center, like this, creating the edges. Try not to rip your dough, but if you do, it's okay, you can start over. Stretch it out a little bit. And don't press too hard because you don't want to destroy the air bubbles that will make your dough better and fluffier. Once the dough looks something like this after we stretched it, place it on a baking tray that we will line with a parchment paper. But before placing on our tray, there is a little secret. Sprinkle your dough. It will be like not the face side. Sprinkle your dough with the flour so your bottom of the pizza won't burn, because 500 degrees is a lot. You should do it very carefully. Now the most interesting part, building the pizza. First, of course, we are going to add some tomato sauce. I will spread it evenly and of course leave the edges without the sauce so they can be crispy. Now we will add the chicken. Now the tomatoes. It already looks delicious, but we also will add some olives. And all we have to do now is just evenly spread the cheese. This is how this pizza looks like. And now the second pizza. Okay, so one half will be red tomato sauce. Now the lettuce, chicken and tomatoes. I won't add the olives to this pizza. I will add some. Already looks pretty. But the second side, here we are going to add mayo, ranch. Also some lettuce left. Chicken, tomatoes and olives, of course. And all that is left is to add some cheese. I will add more, don't worry. More cheese. As you can see, I was ready for this video my whole life. And this is my two very pretty and delicious pizzas. And now it's time to bake them. Bake them for 5 to 10 minutes maximum, because pizza will cook quickly on a high heat. Just watch the pizza and you will know when it's ready. Wow. Wow. This pizza is really good. You have to try it yourself. If you like this video and this recipe, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and of course, leave a comment and share it with your friends. I hope you enjoyed and see you next Sunday. Bye bye!